Lads. Lads, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final Sheffield United Way preview of the season. It's Sheffield United against Burnley, 4 p.m. kickoff Sunday at Bramall Lane, live on, unfortunately, BT Sport. For those of you that watch the watch-along, you will know exactly what that means. So we've had some highs, we've had some lows, and even after that, we've had some max lows. So we've finally got to the last game of this torrid season. And you know what, Hal? I am sick of wearing this crappy shirt.
Nice. He's doing a Marcelo.
Did a Marcelo. I'm glad you saw that that's what I was doing. But also, let's go back to the times when we were actually good at football.
And a great shirt as well. I really love that one.
Yeah. And this one this season, terrible. Awful.
It's the relegation shirt. That's better. Yeah. As you quite rightly say, the game is on BT Sport. It's on BT Sport 3, kickoff at 4 p.m. for all the Premier League games in that final mad Sunday when they play them all at the same time. No interest, of course, at the bottom end of the table. And our watch along starts on this channel at 3:30 in the PM Sunday. And Kevin Friend is the referee.
Oh, friend.
Football friend.
Referee friend. Right, anyway, let's move on to the last match, which was Newcastle 1, Sheffield United 0 at St James's Park. Normally, I write something down in front of me. We don't care anymore, do we? We were shocking. We played well against Everton. We were all over the place, tracking back, doing everything that you need to do. We scored a goal early on. We defended like Trojans. And we won the game 1-0, which it's been the other way around for most of this season. And for the Newcastle game, that's exactly what happened. We lost 1-0, like we've done most of the season. Ramirez was incredible. But other than that, yeah, everyone, we're pretty poor. So I don't really want to talk about it anymore. Hal, last time out against Burnley, what happened?
Oh, I was back in those good old days of that shirt, Nick. Sheffield United 3, Burnley 0. Lys Mousset. He was incredible. There he is, Mousset, covering my face. He assisted all 3 goals. Lundstrom, he opened the scoring on 17 minutes. It was Lundstrom again on 43, followed just 90 seconds later by John Fleck, his first of the season. He had a good season goal scoring-wise in the end, old Flecky. All the damage done, Nick, you might remember this one, in a pulsating first half, which finished Sheffield United 3, Burnley 0.
You say I might remember it, but I went out to watch the rugby early on with one of my mates before this game and turned up absolutely steaming. So I was just really annoying to everyone around me. So I remember the goals, but nothing else. But
it was one of the best games of last season.
Yeah, and I ruined it. I've ruined it for myself. I'm an embarrassment. I'm an embarrassment to my name. I apologise, Mum. Anyway, let's move on to team news because let's be honest, we've watched what Hecky said, and he said whoever's fit, they want to start. So great chat from Hecky. Let's move on to my predicted lineup. And first, we're going to go for League One Wes in the goal. I think, to be honest, we've seen enough of Ramsdale. He's not good enough, and I think it should be Wes being our goalkeeper for the next few years. In at right back, Jack Rodwell. For me, he's had 37 games of rest, so he should be right up for this game. Centre-back, John Egan has got no pace, so he shouldn't be starting in this game for me because Burnley have got 2 very quick strikers in Australians' finest, Ashley Barnes, and the Aussie, Chris Wood. So for me, it's got to be Jags. He's got the pace of a cheetah. Next to him, we've got Jack O'Connell. Surely shook off that niggly little injury that he's had. And he can partner our best centre-back in Jags. Next, I've gone for Max Lowe at left-back, a very underrated defender, in my opinion. I'd probably say on par with Prime Ender last season. And he's certainly better than that lazy Ben Osborne, 100%. Next up, left mid. I've gone for a bit of a different flavour. A very underrated player. Usually plays left-back, but I think Max Lowe could do a job on the left wing. I know we don't have many options on the left, but he's surely better than that lazy Ben Osborne.
I like this.
Yeah, really good up to now, isn't it? Centre mid, I've gone for John Lundstrom. He's probably been our best midfielder all season. He reminds me of prime 97 John Ebbrell. You know how John Ebbrell would pick the ball up, run at defenders,
assist,
assist, score goals, link the play. And to be honest, I think Lundstrom will be a Blade for many, many years to come. Next to Lunny, I've decided to go a bit left field as our midfield has been a bit short on height. So I've gone with the industrious Alan Knill in the midfield. I think he'll add quite a bit of bite in that midfield. Get on his bike and, he'll squirrel around in that midfield.
Squirrel.
Now, next to him, we've got Mr. Lys Mousset, an ever-present this season and last season, never puts a foot wrong. The guy can run and run for days, never gets tired or injured, so the man has got to start for me. And finally, the front two has to be Ryan Brucer. He's been a revelation since signing for £78 million. His goals have fired us to exactly where we need to be, and I'm sure he'll bag a few in this game too. And next to him, it has to be the tenacious Chris Wilder. You know what? It's been rumoured that Chris Wilder never actually left the building, and Hecky's been winding him up ready for this game. So he's going in to cause havoc.
Burnley team news for you now. Burnley have plenty of injuries to deal with. Robbie Brady, Kevin Long, Dale Stevens, all on the sidelines. Also possible that we could see Ashley Barnes, he's a doubt. Chris Wood and Mattia Vidra, they'll definitely play up front. Goalkeeper Nick Pope, also a doubt. Will Norris could play between the sticks because Bailey Peacock Farrell, he was really bad against Leeds, so Sean Dyche going to leave him out. So I reckon it'll be Norris, Lowton, me, Tarkovsky, Taylor, Brownhill, Cork, Westwood, McNeil, Wood and Vidra.
Yeah, but you're doing the watch-along with us. How can you be playing for Burnley?
I'm going to do that a few times, I think, during the watch-along when I was like, corner by me. But yeah, Ben Mee at the back will be playing, and quite right, do join us as well for the final watch-along of the season.
So score prediction, Hal, I'm going to let you go first.
All right, fans are back. They're going to be the appetite sufficiently whetted for this one. They've missed football for a long, long time. They know what they're expecting, and I think they'll actually be surprised. I'm going to say, not dissimilar to last season, this one's going to be exciting. 0-0.
Really? Fans back in the stadium and you're going 0-0?
I do think it'll be ultimately disappointing. Yeah, what are you saying?
You're a bad person, you.
In many ways.
A terrible person. I've gone 2-0 Blades. I've just gone full-on crazy guy. 2-0 Blades. I reckon we're going to win. I just do. Yeah. I think it's been building up and building up. I think the players are just going to go for it. They're just going to go for it. So 2-0 Blades. Ramsdale's going to get man of the match. That's wrong straight away, isn't it? Because whoever scores gets man of the match.
That's the way it usually works, yeah.
Yeah, but 2-0, that's what I'm going to say. So memorable matches, Hal. I'll let you take the floor.
There was a few I was thinking about. The Matchday programme, which, by the way, has been printed in all the wrong order, they've highlighted a game in 2003 where we won 4-2, which I did enjoy. But I'm actually going to go back to a game away at Burnley because it's always a bit special when you win away from home. 9th of August, 2005. Burnley won, Sheffield United 2. And this was a game where Neil Shipperley and Chris Morgan scored first half goals. That was enough to secure what was then second win of the season. And I travelled from Scotland and I was working on the radio the next morning at 6 a.m. And I drove, it was a Tuesday night, I drove for the game and then drove all the way back and then basically just went straight to work. But Shipperley's first goal for the Blades, and it came just after 4 minutes. Danny Webber put the cross in. Morgan extended the advantage before the break. There was a punch clearance from Brian Jensen. You might remember the beast in the Burnley goal. Rebounded off Morgan, crept over the line, not a screamer. And the Clarets made a breakthrough with 19 minutes left as a striker you might recall, Adi Akinbaye, tapped in after Gifton Noel Williams, who I used to call Gifton Nufton Tufton. He had a shot, rebounded to Adi Akinbaye. In total, games between Burnley and Sheffield United, we've won 50. We've lost 44, and therefore, quick maths, drawn 32.
So we're better than Burnley, you'd say?
We are better than Burnley. I'll give you the team as well for that day. Paddy Kenny, Lee Bromby, Chris Morgan, John Orley, Phil Phil Jagielko is the only one, of course, that could still be involved. Paul Eiffel, Paul, Nick Montgomery, Lillian Nallis, Michael Tongue, Neil Shipperley, and Danny Webb are on the bench. You had Rob Cuslick, who came on, Keith Gillespie, who came on, and Steve Cabot Dabber Do.
That's a great team. That is a stupendous team. I think it would beat our team right now, in all honesty.
It would certainly give them a good game, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'm surprised you didn't go for a Lee Baxter experience.
Still too raw. The Lee Baxter experience. That's what you could sell tickets to that.
Yeah. Still too raw, even though it was about 50 years ago or something.
Still too raw, yeah. 2004, I think.
God, do you know what? It feels a bit longer than that, but it's long enough away, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, shall we move on to player connections, which is the final one of the video? I'll let you go first, Hal.
And final one of the season, I am picking a man who didn't play too many games for the Blades, but he's still my wife's favourite player of all time because we met him and he was really nice. Glenn Little is who I'm giving you, much more memorable for Burnley. He was one of those players that when he played for Burnley, there was a lot of talk that he could actually be one of the first players picked from the Championship to play for England. So good was the winger during his time at Burnley. 246 appearances there, 32 goals. For the Blades, not so many appearances, just your 16. No goals.
Do you know what? What was really good about Glenn Little was the fact that it was a professional football with only one hand. Sorry, Bobby. I'm only messing with you. I really like Glenn Little. He was a great dribbler of the ball. He just didn't have any pace when we had him, did he? So I think managers like to bring wingers inside who are good footballers who've lost the pace. But big fan of him, and he's been on a podcast. I don't want to say whose podcast it was, but I really enjoyed it. It was really funny, and he spoke about Kevin Blackwell in a very derogatory sense.
Seemingly, as everyone on that podcast does.
Yeah, definitely. There's only one, Matt Kilgallen. He stuck up for him. I think it's the players and Monty, actually.
Monty was nice about everyone, wasn't he?
But I think it's the players that like kind of the hard training, the lots of running, the getting stuck in. I think those love Kevin Blackwell's training. Yeah. It's the ones, the nicer footballers that probably don't.
And that stacks up with Killer and Monty.
All right, yeah. Sort of.
It does.
I don't want to be nasty to them. Saying that they're not good footballers. But
no,
anyway,
I meant the hard working on the training ground. Those two were two that loved that loved keeping fit, didn't they? That's what they told us anyway.
Absolutely. So Chris Basham would love a little bit of Kevin Blackwell training. I'm sure of it. We'll move on to mine, which I've kind of ruined it for myself here because I've picked two boring players, boring right backs. Well, not really boring. Matt Lowton wasn't boring. He used to get in the box. He used to try and score some goals, which we've always loved from our right backs. And he was very, very good for Sheffield United. He's obviously gone to Burnley. He spent a long old time at Burnley. And I'm a big old fan of Matty Lowton. What about you, Hal?
We've been blessed, Nick, with right backs. Not so much left backs over the years. We've been blessed with really good right backs.
Yeah, and he also lost a lot of height, didn't he, whilst playing for Burnley?
He lost a good foot, yeah, which can happen. And it's a lack of vitamin D in the Lancashire air.
I'm sorry, Bobby. Anyway, let's move on before Bobby cuts us all off.
Yeah, Bobby, can you airbrush that crane out as well, just above beautiful downtown Bramall Lane? You'll see it again. I have gone with Nick's favourite striker when he was a young lad, Gareth Taylor. I wanted to get in there before you did, Nick, with picking Super Gareth Taylor, who actually represented Wales 15 times, scored 1 goal, but he's from Weston-super-Mare, which is actually in England.
Yeah, he is. He was such a great player, though. And look at that shirt that he's wearing, that beautiful Ward shirt. We love that. And he also had the great flowing hair, too. And Bobby's done a stellar job of cutting out his hair, as always.
Stop trying to win Bobby back. It's too late. I've got to say, if you love that shirt as much as we do check out our review of home kits. It is on this channel. But yeah, Gareth Taylor played from us 96 to 98. In the league, he scored 24 goals in 87 appearances, and then we sold him to Manchester City when, I believe, we didn't want to.
Yeah, exactly. We'll move on to another right back, Phil Bardsley. The reason why I've gone with him, because it's my wife's favourite programme that his wife is in. Real Housewives of Cheshire, I think it's called. I was told I had to pick him, so there you go. Not for his footballing ability, I think he was okay for us, and he's had a decent career. In all honesty, he's definitely played higher than I thought he would. So fair play to old Phil Bardsley. I don't think you're a fan, are you, Hal?
Well, he came in under Brian Robson. I expected a lot. I thought you're right. He was okay for us. I think a lot of people have memories that have been warped by how good he's gone on to do. I just don't think he was that good. Not like Gary Cahill.
No, in all honesty, I don't think he's had an excellent career. I think he's had an okay career. Again, he's done a lot better than I think anyone expected to. He's just a right back. He's not a John Brayford, but he's just a right back. So let's move on to the next section, which is manager connections, Hal. And I've got one for you. Do you know who it is?
It's got to be Adrian Heath.
It is Adrian Heath. I went to kind of like the 80s, and then after that, I was like, I don't know any of these people. So Adrian Heath is the only one for me that has managed both clubs. In 96 to 97, he managed Burnley. 71 games. That must have been 2 seasons-ish that he managed them. 26 won, 18 drawn, 27 lost. And for the Blades, in 99, he didn't last too long. 23 games, won 7, drawn 9, lost 11. He was just in between Steve Bruce and Neil Warnock. And in my opinion, I thought Steve Bruce did a pretty good job at United, and so did Neil Warnock. So obviously he's going to be remembered not too fondly. Yeah,
and that infamous Port Vale game as well was under Inchy's stewardship when we lost, I think, 3-1. But anyway, testing my memory warehouse here.
Yeah, I was going to say, when you said that infamous game, I'm like,
what game?
What game? I don't remember that.
Hope I've got it right. Pop in the comments. Also, as well, put your players that played for both in the comments as well.
Anyway, yeah, last preview in the Premier League. Neither of us are going to the match, which we are setting a precedent here and saying that we're not going. There quite a lot of fans are. And do you know what? There's actually quite a lot of seats left.
I know. Well, 20's plenty, 40's too much. Exactly. And you can't even print a program properly. Sort it out. It starts on page 67, man. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and Sheffield United, if you want to do anything with the channel, you still can do.
It's a great program. It's a great program. I particularly like the dedication to Phil Jagielka, which you've done there on page 11, which is at the back. It's good stuff.
Yeah. How many pages? And what are the pages?
I'll tell you what. The last page is. So it's upside down. The last page is page 33.
Oh God! Are we blaming Sheffield United, or are we blaming the company that printed it?
Well, we'll blame well, you know what? We're not blaming anyone because we don't know the facts. Maybe they'll get a chance to reprint it because it's a good read. If you can ever support the club, I get in the Matchday program. Obviously, we only joke. Please do.
Yeah, definitely. And really, we need to find out the truth. Like, if one of you want to come on a podcast at some point, we like to get people on the channel to be honest about what has happened.
Tell us the truth about what everyone's talking about. Exactly. The misprinted program. It's as infamous as that Port Vale game.
Well, that kind of brings me on to talking about the Martin Wolford podcast. I think we'll quickly just mention it was one of my favourites, in all honesty.
It's a brilliant one.
I think he was brilliant. Really nice guy. Was quite nervous coming onto the channel as well.
I softened him up, didn't I? Let's be honest. The York City chat.
Just a little bit. It was getting a bit creepy. I had to cut most of it out.
Yeah. If you'd see this stuff that made the cutting room floor. Oof.
Yeah. He took his shirt off at one point. Right. Anyway, I think we should leave it there because this is
definitely.
A weird preview, isn't it?
It got weird quickly.
It did get weird. Some of it might not make the edit as well. So good. I'm kind of glad that this is not a live one. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I just want to thank Bobby, first of all, because Bobby's been absolutely incredible this season. So good. The graphics have gone. Like, I thought I was quite good at doing thumbnails. You want to look back at some of the... All right.
I hadn't finished the sentence. Compared with Bobby.
Yeah. All right. I'll take that, just about. So, yeah, Bobby's been brilliant. Bobby's going to carry on with us next season, hopefully. Give us a nod, Bobby. Yeah, there we go. Brilliant. That's what we like to see. Hal's also going to be here, unfortunately. We'll keep going with Hal. We'll keep persevering. I know a lot of people in the comments don't like him, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll probably not put that bit into it because I started as a joke.
If you like.
It went a bit weird.
Do you hear my impression of Jack Rodwell I've been working on?
Go on then.
King! Keane! Tell him I'm injured! Yeah. So anyway, I was watching catchphrase. Keane! Get Keane, Brian! Keane! Tell him it's my foot! Yeah, so I was watching catchphrase, and it was one of these ones that... Keane! Those are my slippers next to... Yeah, bring them over. Tell him it's my knee! And my foot as well. One of the harder catchphrases that I'd seen. I hadn't heard the quote before, and I was watching it. It was like, I'm not, was he going to press in? He pressed in. I was like, I've never heard this. Keane! It's Heckingbottom! Not Nilly. Tell Hecky! I can't get up. It's my knee. Keane! He's gone.
Why does it always Keane? Can no one else speak?
He's going to have a Keane thing going. I'm going to keep that going.
All right, okay.
It'll be a regular thing.
All right, okay. So I've got to put that in the preview, have I? I've got no idea where I'm going to put that.
You don't have to, but keep it.
All right, let's get back to it now, because this is going to be a right edit for me. I've got to get it up by 6-7 o'clock.
Yeah, you can do it.
Wanted to have a night off, and now it's taking like double, triple the time.
Just air the whole thing. No one watches them anymore anyway. Thank you very much for watching. We really appreciate Keane!
I knew it.
Couldn't stop. Thank you very much for watching. We've really appreciated your support on the Sheffield United way. We will be back doing match previews next season.
Hey!
I don't know why I did that.